Mark, the big news yesterday as far as the Bears are concerned, and it had to be a tough decision, but obviously to get playing time for Braden Holtby, he's on his way to South Carolina.
Yeah, it was a tough decision, but again, the right one. I think everybody in Hershey as well as his team gained a lot of respect for what Braden can do, especially at the American Hockey League level. But the reality is, with Michael being ready to go, the mandate that we have from Washington is they want Michael to play 70% of the games. That's not enough rubber for Braden to see. So it's good for him to go down there and do the same thing, play 70-75% of the games down there. So when he needs to be called upon, then he's going to be ready in game action. But no, I think it was hard to see him go a little bit. I'm sure he wants to be in Hershey, so I think he found it a little difficult too.
The communication, I know that you and Doug Yanks met with him yesterday, and I mean, imparting to him, look, this isn't an indictment on the way you played. This is just a matter of what you just said. We want you playing. We know you can do it here, and at some point you're going to be back. Yeah,
if anything, his stock has probably increased in our minds and in Washington's mind for what he's done in his brief stint here. And we would have no reservation whatsoever when we do need to call him up. That we know that we'd be getting a very quality goalie back here.
More or less the same kind of weekend the Bears had last week as far as East Division games on the road. Give me a feel for Adirondack on Friday night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Greg Gilbert's a coach who has played a very distinctive system for the last 2 years in Toronto, and a very aggressive system. And we're not 100% sure whether we'll see that same type of system in Adirondack, being with the new parent organization. So, the one thing that you do see with that Adirondack team is they've added some scoring. Chris Kalanos and Lucas Kaspar, two guys who can put the puck in the net, and probably a little bit of their weakness last year when they're in Philadelphia is they didn't have some prolific scorers like those guys. They add those two guys to the mix and they'll be dangerous. So I think maybe a bit of a different look, and going into Binghamton, I would think they would have a lot of revenge on their mind, and we'll have to play very well for a second time in Binghamton to be able to come out with some success.
When you talk about Philadelphia, now Adirondack, last year you talk about the scoring they added, but there are a lot of guys, this was a playoff team last year, played the Bears in the first round. A lot of those guys are back, so they're certainly familiar with the rivalry, even if it's Adirondack now, and they were a pretty good team to boot.
Yeah, they were, and again, a year of maturity for some of their young guys who played well last year and led them to the playoffs. I think the rivalry will cool a little bit just with the fans being removed from Philadelphia, but at the same time, I think, like you said, a lot of the players will have some fond memories of each other, and those hostilities will probably be renewed pretty quickly.
Well, and you get some good bonding time with the staff because it's 5.5 hours instead of an hour and 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, that'll be a little different on the bus for a little bit longer, but it'll be nice to have a road trip with the guys and get away early in the year.
Sugar, first of all, take me through the fight on Sunday with Kevin Westgarth. It certainly was a pretty good start as far as Bears fans were concerned, I think, to your career here.
Yeah, no, it's that's our third fight that we had together. He's a big guy, he's a tough guy, and I asked him if he wanted to put on a show, and he said sure, and it was good. It was a good fight, and I think that's what I needed to do here, first game, to show the fans that what I can do.
He certainly looked like he could take a few punches.
Yeah, no, I hit him with some good shots. He's got a pretty good chin, that guy. Pretty good chin.
The preseason for you, and we talked to Dean Arsini, who played here last year, and Graham Bing too, about NHL opportunity. And for you, with Donald Brashear going to New York, and ironically enough, I know you had to fight in the preseason with him. There is certainly an opportunity for you here in this organization. You've got to feel that too.
Yeah, I do, and that's why working hard every day in practice, and knowing any day I could get that call to go up, and that's what I'm hoping for, and that's why I'm working as hard as I am.
What do you think that call would mean when it comes, and what do you think would go through your mind?
Just all my hard work sort of paying off. Me being 31, 11 years pro, I never played a game in the NHL, so that would really be, for me, myself and my family, that would be a dream come true.
Well, we certainly pull it for you, Sugar. Thanks.